2. Figure out your source of income. People seem to believe they're trapped within the typical 9-to-5 career track, but in fact there are a lot of options. In the US, we're rarely exposed to the options we have outside of our nation's borders, minus the military. You just have to be willing to take some risks and work a bit harder. An incomplete list of options to get your ass abroad and exploring the world. Join a volunteer organization. If you don't mind getting your hands dirty and putting yourself in some extreme environments, then volunteer organizations, both NOS and otherwise, i.e., Peace Corps, are always looking for help. You'll most often be sent to developing countries, but some developing countries are surprisingly pleasant to live in: Thailand, Colombia, Philippines, Peru, etc. Once you're on the other continent, bouncing around from country to country is rarely more than a $50 bus/train/plane ticket away. Teach English. The pay is low, and the work is hard, but this will get you a paid trip to another continent, and often with really good vacation time. Asia and Latin America are the go-to continents for this, with no experience or foreign language required. If you teach in Europe, you're going to have to know the destination language, at the least. A friend of mine taught English in South Korea for 6 months, took the money she made, and went to India for 3 months, then taught in the Philippines for another 6 months, and then bounced around Southeast Asia for a while after that. Not a bad experience. Find a source of mobile income. Poker. Stock/options trading. Freelancing. Consulting. Internet marketing. Blogging. Graphics/web design. Writer/journalist. These are all professions I've run into on the road. These are all forms of income which can be earned regardless of location, and I'm sure I'm forgetting a few. Some of them have a steep and long learning curve, but there's never better time to start. And now? Start an online business. This is a massive topic which other people can cover much better than I ever could, but internet startups can often be created and managed from anywhere. In fact, there are a number of startup incubators around the world where internet entrepreneurs congregate in places with high qualities of life and very low expenses: Chiang Mai in Thailand, Bali in Indonesia, Medellin in Colombia, etc. Convince your company to let you work remotely. Not an option for everybody, but if you're a programmer, developer, or designer, then this could be an option for you. Get transferred overseas. Another option if you work for a large international corporation such as Procter & Gamble or Yahoo, is to get transferred to various locations around the world. You can often gain a lot of vacation time by working in other countries as well, which will allow you to explore. Find odd jobs as you travel. This is easy in some countries and impossibly hard in others. But finding jobs in hostels, bars, and restaurants in cities you travel to can be done to support yourself wherever you go. A number of people do this. It takes time and effort and obviously is quite stressful, but it can be done. Work on a cruise or for an airline. Seriously. These people have amazing flexibility with their time at sea and where they get to go. I met a woman who worked on a cruise in Costa Rica, and she had been to over 75 countries, living in a dozen for more than 6 months. She was in her early 30s. Same concept applies to working for an airline, but to a lesser extent and far more jet lag. Start your entire career abroad. In a number of developing parts of the world, particularly Asia, there's an extremely high demand for university-educated Westerners for high-paying management positions. Countries like China, Brazil, Malaysia, and Singapore are importing a lot of Western talent. Not only can a recent college graduate skip multiple rungs on the corporate ladder by moving to one of these countries, but they can see a major quality of life increase at a lower cost of living. Let's just say that making $60,000 a year in Shanghai goes a lot further than making $80,000 per year in New York City. You can combine a number of these strategies. Sometimes you can just take off with your savings and begin to figure it out as you go. Someone can leave with their life savings, start a blog on the way, do some freelance consultant work online, work some odd jobs here and there, and by the time their savings run out, they have a modest location-independent income. But as always, Google is your friend. There's no shortage of websites and resources on those internet startups, marketing, expatriation, backpacking, vagabonding,